This is going to be a look at Aidan Hutchinson's spin sack against the Cowboys in Week 7. He's up to 4.5 sacks now. Really seems to be settling in. The Lions only have one other player with more than one sack. Aidan Hutchinson has 4.5. I think he has 9 or 10 QB hits, maybe a little bit more. Alex Anzalone, inside linebacker, who's going to split a sack with him on this first play, has 2 sacks. Other than that, the rest of their team is stuck at 1 sack apiece. So it's really interesting to me because I was honestly one of those people who thought early in the year he was having trouble developing consistent pass rush moves. He did have 3 sacks, I think, in Week 2 against Washington. Other than that, he had had some trouble up to recently, getting a little bit more pressure. He's up to 4.5 sacks now, like I said. I'm actually going to show you 2 plays here, not just one, even though this initiative that I'm running is called One Play Wednesday. Just an attempt to try to get as much film out there of different teams as possible in one-play situations. So this is going to be his first sack. It's a cool little stunt that they run with the 2 linebackers. I'm not a big fan that he's not in a stance at the beginning of the play, to be honest with you, but incredible strength, off the edge, speed. I love the use of the hands. He wasn't as clean early in the year with those moves off the edge in terms of using his hands to run past someone, to be able to get a little bit of space to run past those guys in terms of, their set not being enough of a pass set to prevent him from running in a direct line to the quarterback. And when you see the end zone angle, you'll see this is a violent finish. He's off here on the right-hand side again. I think his knee's on the ground when the ball is snapped. So, personally, I'd rather him be in a good stance and ready to go. But they also run a stunt here with the 2 linebackers. 34 is going to engage the guard first. And then this Mike, I think 44, is going to pick him, essentially. And 34 is going to loop around. So it's great timing. He really gets picked by Ezekiel Elliott in pass pro in the A-gap. And then they just slam Dak to the ground. We'll run it full speed a couple of times so you can see it. That's brutal. Now, absent 34 being there, late, is Hutchinson going to be able to pull him down? It certainly looks like it to me, but the combination of Hutchinson, pulling him back and down, and then 34 hitting Dak, with the vertical force coming from, essentially right up the A-gap, really makes this look a little bit more brutal than I think it was intended to be. I mean, of course, they're trying to hit the quarterback. They're trying to knock him down. Dak, if I remember correct, was like screaming when he first got slammed here, if I remember this play correctly. Kind of scary, the first time I saw it, and as a highlight, and saw the look on Dak's face, because certainly, coming back from injury, you'd like for him and the Cowboys to have complete health so they could see how good they could be with their full complement of their roster. Check out the move by Hutchinson off on the right. He's just drawing the tackle's hands out first and then ripping underneath. So he's drawing them out, drawing the hands out with his left hand, ripping underneath, and now he's hooked past him, and it's over. 6'7", athletic, incredible move there. But the sack that everybody's talking about is really shocking. A guy his size can do this. This is his full sack. The D tackle on the right also kind of gets a little bit of pressure, but this move is so shocking. Dak Prescott is really taken down by, not full contact. It's just from the fact of Aidan Hutchinson is on him so quick. It's a perfect spin move. It reminds me of TJ Watt. I can't think of another guy who runs these spin moves. I mean, I know Micah Parsons runs them as well. Sometimes he spins out. That's an elite play. I remember doing a little film study of TJ Watt last year and showing a spin that he did, I think, against Cleveland. This one kind of reminds me of it. I know it's crazy to mention, Aidan Hutchinson or even Micah Parsons for that matter at this point in the same breath as TJ Watt. But I thought this play was really incredible. I'm trying to produce 3 or 4 of these each Wednesday to just get some content out there of one play from each game. In this case, 2 plays that kind of just shows you what certain guys are doing. Aidan Hutchinson, Trayvon Walker, Kayvon Thibodeau, some of my favorite players from the draft process, obviously, because they were incredibly talented edge guys. I just produced a video on who is the best rookie edge player in the NFL right now, where I talk about those 3 guys and 3 others and just review some of their techniques and some of the patterns we see so far. Let me know what you think of the One Play Wednesday concept idea if this is your first time on my channel, and please consider subscribing now.